Today we're going to talk about fantasy. Have you ever heard of genre? A genre is a category of a bigger group called fiction. That's the one where the story is made up. Not all fiction books are the same, even though they're all made up. Some fiction books have normal people doing normal, everyday things, the kind of stuff that you would do at home, for example. While some fiction books have definitely out-of-the-ordinary characters, settings, or plot lines. Each genre has its own characteristics that make it unique or different from all the others. The genre we're going to learn about today is called fantasy. In fantasy stories, there's usually some kind of magic or supernatural element in the plot, setting, or characters. The world or setting in a fantasy book often has rules that are very different from our world. For example, we don't have people who can fly, but in fantasy, that's pretty common. Many of the characters in a fantasy story are based on mythology and don't exist in our world. Talking animals and people who can do magic or have supernatural abilities are also very fantasy. I'm looking at you, Harry Potter! The important thing to remember is that fantasy books are truly make-believe. Things happen that simply can't in our universe. They play in reality in a way that doesn't exist. That's what makes it fun. Fantasy is a very popular genre nowadays, so there are a lot of wonderful books to choose from. Here are some magical examples. And that is the end of our tale about fantasy. If you have any questions or want to go on a magical quest or two, just ask.